What's going on, everybody? King of Dragons 5000 here, coming at you with another figure review. Today we'll be having a look at the Hasbro Star Wars Black Series Ahsoka Tano from The Mandalorian. And so here we have the Star Wars Black Series Ahsoka posing out of the packaging. Before we take a look at the figure, let's actually run through her accessories. Ahsoka does come with two different lightsabers. We do get her longer lightsaber, which looks really nice, and then we do get her shorter lightsaber. Both lightsabers do come in their ignited and unignited form, so you can have them stored on her belt, which is a really nice feature. Other than that, Ahsoka doesn't come with anything else. I would have liked to see a robe on Ahsoka. That would have been nice, but if only. But with that out of the way, guys, let's actually have a closer look at Ahsoka. And so here we have a closer look at Ahsoka, and I have to say that Hasbro has done a really good job with the likeness to Rosario Dawson here. In case you guys aren't aware, this is her appearance in The Mandalorian. It's not her Clone Wars or Rebels look, although I do have the original Ahsoka figure. I really was looking forward to getting a Black Series Rosario Dawson Ahsoka, just because I've been collecting all the Black Series Mandalorian figures, and having Ahsoka here in hand is really nice. Now, I do have to point out on mine there is a little bit of a paint error. You can see where some of the blue paint on her montrals came off, which is a little bit unfortunate. I would have liked to have one where it was the way it should be, but it's not a big deal, to be quite honest. The likeness to Rosario Dawson is really good. Hasbro has done a really good job on all of Rosario Dawson's figures, from Claire to Ahsoka. They've just been really nice figures, and I do like her montrals right here. They look really nice. You can see the blue patterns looking really good, and I like the fact that they went with an off-white instead of a pure white. If they had gone with a pure white, it would look a little bit phony, I guess would be the word, but the fact that they went with an off-white does bring it all together really nicely. So, having a look at the rest of her outfit, you can see it is from her Mandalorian appearance, where we have like this dark blue vest that goes around to her back, which looks really nice. Then we have like this gray gunmetal robe, where you can see it does go up to the neck, and you can see where it does fold over itself, which looks really nice. She does have some arm wraps which look really good. You can see the pattern on it looks really nice, and it does look like it's actually wrapped and woven, so really good details there. She is sporting her gauntlets, which are reminiscent of her Clone Wars and Rebels appearance, so that is a really nice little feature, and I do like the fact that it does cover her hand right there as well. You can see she is sporting some brown gloves that are fingerless. Now, unfortunately on mine, you can see there is a little bit of paint bleed from the brown onto her finger, which it's not a big deal. Once you have her lightsaber in hand, you're never going to see it, so there is that. Really do like these beads that go around the belt loop, I guess, because you can see it will go up and over her belt and then come out from that side. Then on the back you can see it kind of does tuck in there. I do like the fact that all these are separate pieces, that they're not molded one solid piece. If they were, it would look a little bit weird, but the fact that these are molded in separate pieces, I do like that. And the detailing on her, I want to say belt, but it's not really a belt, it's more like a tunic. I'm gonna guess it's a tunic, like it goes, the top of the tunic is right here, but the detailing on it is very nice. You can see some padding right here, and then where her lightsaber does peg in. It's a little bit hard to notice at first, and it did take me a while to notice that that's for her lightsabers. When you don't have them ignited, you can store them right there. I do like the way that they engineered Ahsoka right here. Now, up and down, it looks like this figure doesn't have any articulation from her hips down to her ankles, and that's a really nice little thing. They did cut out the back of it right here, and when you do rotate her knee like this, it doesn't break up the sculpt in the front, although it is a little bit awkward right here. They could have rounded this off just a little bit, just so that when you bend the knee, it doesn't have that look, but it's still a very nice little feature, and it's really stiff. They use really big joints there. Like, just look at the size of that knee joint. It's one of the thickest ones we've seen, and the good thing about that is it's not fragile and it's not going to break anytime soon. So having a look at her greaves right here, I do like the fact that they do carry over the same color scheme as her gauntlets. We have the slate and then the gray in the middle going onto her shoes right there. And I do like the fact that we can actually see the strap work on her greaves, or at least the shin guard, so that's a nice little detail that they didn't have to do, but I appreciate small little details like that. And then finally we do go on to her ninja shoes, and yes, Ahsoka is wearing tabby socks, which are reminiscent of ninja shoes, so that's actually a little bit surprising. Other than that, Ahsoka here is still a very solid figure, and I like the detailing on it. The likeness to Rosario Dawson is almost spot on. For a 6-inch scale, I'm not complaining. This is a really nice looking figure. So, with that out of the way, guys, let's actually get Ahsoka compared to other figures you may have in your collection. Here we have Ahsoka posed next to a Marvel Legends Cyclops and a DC Multiverse Superman. Here we have Ahsoka posed next to a WWE Elite Scale figure and a Mezco 1/12 Collective Popeye the Sailor Man. Here we have Ahsoka posed next to a Lightning Collection White Ranger and a Star Wars Black Series Mandalorian. And so finally, here we do have Ahsoka posed next to the original Black Series Ahsoka. So with the comparisons out of the way, guys, let's actually have a closer look at Ahsoka's articulation. Now, we do sport a ball joint here in the head, but unfortunately because of her montrals right here, we don't get too much up and down movement. You can see that's probably the extent of all her up and down movement. It is a little bit unfortunate, but side tilt, none, to be quite honest. It's very minuscule, and left and right rotation, it's all hindered by her headgear right here, which is a little bit unfortunate. We do have a butterfly joint here in the shoulder, which does pivot forward and back, so I do like that. Pivots out to the side. No, it doesn't go, well, it goes horizontal, goes all the way around. No bicep swivel, but we do have swivel here at the elbow, as well as a single bend, which gives us better than 90 degrees, so I do like that. Then both her wrists do have rotation, as well as vertical hinges for sword wielding poses, so I do like that. She has a ball joint here in the torso, so that does move around, goes back, forward, side to side, as well as rotates. Her legs are a little bit hindered by her gear right here. You can see they do kick forward to about right there, but they don't hinder too much, so I do like that. Going back, they actually go back a little bit better than most Black Series figures. Out to the side, goes out to about right there, so that's actually really impressive. We do have thigh swivel up high, and like I said, the way they engineered this is in a neutral position. You don't really see that joint, but once you move it, it does rotate really nicely. Then we do have a single knee, which does go a little past 90 degrees, and that does rotate as well. Going back to neutral, it's a little bit stiff on mine. She does have an ankle hinge that goes back and forward, and then forward facing pin for rocker ankle. So overall, pretty good articulation here on Ahsoka. So with that out of the way, guys, let's actually get her posed and ready for my final thoughts, and then we'll wrap up this review. And so here we have the Star Wars Black Series Mandalorian Ahsoka pose for my final thoughts, and overall I really do like this figure. Now, if you guys have followed my channel, I'm not the biggest fan of Ahsoka, to be quite honest. I'm not a fan of her character. I do understand that there's people that like her character. Me personally, I really don't see the importance of her in the Star Wars universe. I know some people will say I'm not a true Star Wars fan, but hey, I pretty much followed Star Wars before the Clone Wars, and I really, you know, Clone Wars is a fun thing, but that's another topic for another time. Ahsoka here is a really nice figure, and I do like the way Rosario Dawson portrayed her on The Mandalorian, although I do feel like this figure is missing something, and that something is that robe that she wore. It would have been nice if Hasbro included that robe, just because the lightsabers, despite being nice accessories, I kind of wanted to see a little bit more, and seeing as how they are starting to charge $24 for action figures, I would like to see more put into the figures. And I know they're going to say cost cutting and all that, but if they could offer more at $20 and they're taking stuff out at $24, there's something wrong with that, to be quite honest. I think a robe would have looked really nice on this figure, but overall I think they did a good job with what they had to work with, which was the Mandalorian TV show, and this looks just like it did in the TV show. If you guys are looking for the Black Series Ahsoka, she is starting to hit stores at the time I'm making this video. Now, finding her is going to be a little bit tricky, seeing as how she is one of those more sought after figures, and trying to find her online has been a little bit of a pain. I did pre-order her when the pre-orders did go up originally, so I did get her for the $22.99. Now, if you were unfortunate and didn't pre-order her at that time, you are going to end up paying $24.99, which that's asking a lot for this figure. And like I said, with the client, if you need to start cherry picking figures that you guys really want to add to your collection, I strongly recommend that. Get characters that you're a fan of or that you really need in your collection. Ahsoka here is one of those figures that I can see a lot of people wanting, just because they do have strong emotional ties to the character, and I do see the importance of her in the series. So with that out of the way, guys, don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel, go ahead and check out all my other action figure reviews as well as all my other Star Wars Black Series videos. Hopefully you find them informative. As always, if there's a figure you'd like to see me review, let me know down in the comments, and if it's in my collection, I'll gladly have a look at it. While you're at it, check out my Instagram account for new and exciting action figure photos, and as always, ring that bell to be notified every time I upload a video. Until next time, guys, I'll see you later. Take care, everyone.